All right, Big Germ's Garage here. I am out here in the garage looking at the four-wheelers and the go-kart over here, um, trying to figure out what to do next. If you've been watching, since being stuck at home for quarantine, I've got a lot done out here. I've gotten the mower going, used that this past weekend. I just posted a short video earlier today of this past weekend. Using it, it did a good job. I need to sharpen the blades. That's about it. Sharpen the blades, and I think it'll do a whole lot better. But that ran great. The Big Bear took that. It ran great the entire time pulling the mower. After I cut some grass, I got to open it up a little bit, and the thing seems to run great. Carburetor did well, and it didn't bog down at higher speeds or anything like that. It ran good the whole time. The kids had a blast riding the Grizzly, so that's done, ready to go. And they rode the go-kart. One thing I'm about to do is figure out what size clutch I need, because I think this clutch is worn out. If you watch the video, you can hear the thing clanking really bad. And this cover is super loose. I mean, I could probably, if that sprocket wasn't in a way that I could pull it all apart, I think. So you got that. I need to do that, so I'm actually going to do that in a second. I'm going to measure, make sure I know what kind of chain I got, and figure out how many teeth are on that clutch there. So I do need to do that, order a new clutch. But we are going probably riding this weekend. Today's Thursday. If I order that, it probably won't be here before we go. So we'll ride that one like it is and see what happens. But I do need to replace that. And then we got the KFX. Couple things looking at it, because I haven't messed with it in a while. I got it going, if you remember, in last videos. One thing I do need to order is this fender stay. I can't remember how it broke, but you can see it's taped. So at some point it broke, and actually looking from here and moving it, it looks like the tab's broken off. Maybe that's why I never actually fixed it. The tab's broken, so I'm gonna have to, yeah, you can see up in there, the tab's broken, so I'm gonna have to get that welded or figure out something else. Okay, well, maybe I don't need a fender stay. I was actually looking on the internet the other night, and I was like, oh, they're only like $12. That's not that bad. I had ordered some other parts, and I was kind of wishing I had thought about this then, but good thing I didn't order it, because it's not the actual fender stay. So that needs to be fixed. Not sure how it broke. I can't remember. Today in the mail, I did get this kit, and this will be one of my next videos. This is a fuel tap repair kit for the KFX. I'm not going to pull the plastics off, but if you go back to one of the videos where I actually had it running, this Petcock is right about here. This is the original one that I had that came with this four-wheeler. It fits on here, I believe, just about like that, underneath this cover. This one I took off last year, the last time I messed with a four-wheeler, because it was leaking behind this cover. If you notice, I was just kind of messing around with it, and I put some red putty stuff on there to see if I could get it to stop leaking, but it didn't stop it. Actually, that hole right there, it would just pour out of that. I don't know why that hole's there. So I couldn't get it to stop, so I ordered another Petcock off of eBay. That's the one that's on there now. So this one leaked from here. When I put the one on eBay on there, in the prime PRI position, it gushes gas. If you switch it to on, the on position, it doesn't leak gas. So I don't know what the deal is with that one. That one's already on the bike. This one is, like I said, this one was leaking from here last time. So my plan is to repair this one and then swap it out for the one that I got from eBay. So the next video I'll take this apart to see what all is inside of it. But I've been in it before. I just had some of that red stuff laying around. I was like, oh, maybe this will just seal it up, because I wasn't sure how bad it was. But let's pull this kit apart and we can see what exactly is in here. Real quick, maybe. With one hand. There we go. See if I can hold the camera. There we go. All right, so this is a replacement kit, and this came off of eBay. I went on eBay and just Googled KFX 700 Petcock, and then it came up with a couple Petcocks used ones you could buy. A new one, I can't remember the exact price, but it was like 60 bucks or 70 bucks. Used one, you could get about 20 something. And then this repair kit was like 24. So, got a little sticker. Got a good size O-ring. Smaller O-ring. Actually looks like it's a bunch of pieces. Smaller O-ring. Some sort of a spring. Wow, that is actually a bunch in here. 2 little screws. 1 bigger screw. And actually, I guess there's 4 of these bigger screws. I guess they look like the screws there. So everything is like individually wrapped. That's pretty crazy. So 4 or 5, should be 5 of those. I remember this piece. I remember that piece being in there. So that is another piece. We have a big bolt. I don't see that. Maybe that's just a mounting bolt. Then it should be 2 of them. There's another one. And a diaphragm. Now, my guess is that spring probably goes on here somewhere, and judging by the shape of this, it's going to go behind here where I had that leak before, because that's about the same shape. Yeah, so maybe I'll get this done tomorrow. I'll come out here if I get a chance. I got some yard work to do and everything, but that's the next project, and I'll put it back in the box, is to repair this Petcock. Last time I started the KFX for you, it was slow to start, and my understanding of the way this Petcock works, and I think a lot of other four-wheelers have the prime thing as well. I remember the LTZ 400 had it as well. If it's in prime, as soon as you touch the button, there's gas coming through here to the carburetors. I believe on means there has to a vacuum has to be created. So a lot of people started in prime and then switch it to on. I never touched this when I first got the four-wheeler. Probably for the first, can't remember how long I've had it the whole time I rode it. I never switched it off of prime. The other one that's on there right now, the one I got from eBay, I would have it on prime probably if it wasn't leaking. So if I go to start it now, what's probably going to happen? It hasn't been started. And there's probably no gas sitting there. So, probably won't do anything. I'll put the choke on. It started up. Okay, so the last time I started it, and actually I think I don't have hardly any gas in it, so I was trying to run all the gas out of it. So, the last time I went to start it for video, it was kind of slow to start. And I think maybe because it's in the on position instead of prime, I don't know, but it seemed to be alright just now. So that's the next thing. Fix the Petcock and replace that. So I'll get some footage of that. So this video, let me spend the next couple minutes, maybe, even if you watch it this far. I don't know. Some videos seem to get a couple hundred views, a couple days or so, not that much. So maybe somebody will respond the next day or two what they think. So this go-kart, it's a little small for my kids. When I first got it, they could barely fit the pedals, but now their legs are all bent. They're banging into things. This is a Black Fox LXT. It's got the Tecumseh Power Sport. I think it's Power Sport motor on it. I've never really messed with go-karts before. I got this one and got it running. Actually, was given to me for free by my cousin, and I got it home. He said it didn't run, needed some work, and I just put gas in it and it started. So not much work, but recently the videos clean the carburetor and replace fix the pull start, that kind of stuff. But I've never really done a lot of work to a go-kart. So I've been watching the internet for go-karts for sale because I didn't know if I wanted to mess with this motor or find another one that's kind of junky and kind of painted and rebuild it and all that kind of stuff. So here, let's see what you think, and maybe I'll make a decision on what I'm going to do before I get any comments. But what should I do? Should I leave it like it is? Pretty sure that's motor that came with it. Maybe get a new clutch and just rod it. Should I mess with this motor, maybe look to switch out the carburetor and do some other little modifications to get some more power and speed out of it? Should I look to switch out this motor? Just looking on the internet, and I haven't really been watching YouTube videos on go-karts until about the last week or so, because my son really had fun riding this past weekend. But I guess a lot of people, there's not a whole lot of modifications, I guess, for Tecumseh. I guess a lot of people get the Predator motors from Harbor Freight or whatever, which are like $100. Should I try to work on this motor to get more out of it? Or should I go get one of those motors from Harbor Freight and look to do some work to that? Because, I mean, there's tons and tons of work that's been, you can find on the internet for those. Buying the Makuni carburetors and all kinds of different stage kits and all that kind of stuff. So let me know what you think. Should I try to leave this one like it is and just let the kids ride it? Should I leave this one like it is and buy another go-kart that needs some work, maybe needs a motor, buy a motor and look to build it, to have fun with it, different exhaust, different carburetor, all that kind of stuff? Or should I swap out this motor? I mean, it'd be cheaper to swap out this motor with another motor and just leave this one for if I ever sell it, just swap this motor back on it and sell this kind of as a stock go-kart and put the other motor that I do work to on a different go-kart down the road. Like I said, my kids are about to outgrow this one. So what are your thoughts? What would you like to see, or what would you do if it was your case? Leave it like it is, sell it, buy another one. Leave it like it is, rod it, swap out that motor, and then put this motor back on it when it's time to sell. Or buy another go-kart and put a different motor on it and soup that one all up, or just do some work to it. Let me know what you think, because I've got the itch to buy go-karts. I actually saw one today on Facebook. It was $150, live axle. It actually had a Briggs & Stratton motor on it, but it had a Confederate flag right there where your feet go. Huge Confederate flag. So when I first saw it, I was like, I don't want that. And then later on, I was thinking about it. I was like, well, I could take the sticker off. And $150, live axle, the motor ran. I think it just said it needed a carburetor clean, something like that. It was a single-seat go-kart. It didn't have this whole roll cage. It was kind of open. I'm not sure how big it was, for my kids. But I thought about that one, and when I actually finally sent the guy a message, it's pending, and it was supposed to be tonight, so I'm supposed to come in to get it. So I told him to let me know if that falls through. So I saw that. And I'm also, there's a Triumph 2000 Triumph Trophy 900 on Facebook for like $500. So today I've been trying to decide, do I go get the Triumph? I was talking to the guy about the go-kart, trying to figure out what's going on. So anyway, let me know what you think. There's nothing else. I am going to figure out that clutch and go order one. So at least this motor is ready to go and we can use it this weekend. But let me know what you think. Leave this motor like it is. Ride it like it is. Upgrade this motor. Swap this motor. Get a different go-kart. And maybe get my kids to help me paint it and all that kind of stuff. Maybe we have 2 go-karts. All right, cool. Have a good one, and check back later on for some other videos. Like I said, working on the Petcock for that, figuring out what to do with this, messing with that clutch, and some other things around here. But having fun out here in the garage. We're going to be going to the farms maybe this weekend, so hopefully I can get some footage there. This past weekend cutting grass, I didn't get a whole lot of footage because it was more of a work trip than a fun trip for me. All right, catch you later. All right, Big Drum's Garage. Bye.